Welcome to Dr. Prem's video channel. I am Mark, and this is Susan. We are here to discuss Dr. Prem's comprehensive guide on medical tourism.
Yes, Mark, we have lots to get into and many things to discuss on this book about the very interesting subject of medical tourism. Could you give me some background information on why Dr. Prem decided to write this book?
You see, although there is a large amount of information available, online as well as in print, many consumers remain uninformed, misinformed and confused about this treatment option. Due to the lack of honest information on this industry, he has launched a comprehensive guidebook on medical tourism to educate patients and provide an accurate resource for consumers. The material included here is dedicated to providing valuable, unbiased information and advice to medical consumers interested in learning about medical travel. The book also works as reference guide for industry experts and international healthcare providers keen to learn on providing high-quality services in medical tourism.
So for those that don't know, what exactly is medical tourism?
Medical tourism is when individuals travel abroad for any type of medical or health-related treatment. It also describes the growing global industry of healthcare professionals, clinics and hospitals who are marketing themselves to overseas patients. Dr. Prem helps consumers understand what medical tourism is in Part 1 of his guidebook. Part 1, entitled Understanding Medical Tourism, highlights the A to Z of everything you need to know about the medical tourism industry. These include distinguishing between the many terms of medical tourism, the benefits and challenges, and why medical tourism is able to offer cheaper healthcare compared to developed regions.
So let's say a reader understands what medical tourism is and all the different variations of the industry. How would one decide if traveling abroad for healthcare is the right decision?
Excellent question, Susan. The decision to avail medical services abroad is a crucial aspect on whether or not your journey will be successful. Factors to consider prior to making a decision for medical travel can be found in Part 2 of the guidebook. Questions such as do I have the means to travel abroad, or do I have enough time and resources to thoroughly plan for this journey, can help eliminate those that are traveling abroad for the wrong reasons, and minimize the risks and complications commonly seen in medical tourism.
So now, let's assume I am a medical traveler. I have understood what the medical tourism industry is, and have decided that I would like to seek healthcare abroad. How would I plan for this journey, considering I will be treated by a doctor in a foreign country?
Planning and preparing is the most important aspect of a medical journey. All medical tourists should engage in meticulous planning before they travel to ensure a safe and successful medical trip. Dr. Prem has included 20 essential planning and preparation steps in Part 3 of his guidebook, which all medical tourists should read.
What are some examples of essential planning and preparing steps to conduct?
Some of the planning and preparation steps included in Part 3 of the guidebook is understanding your healthcare needs, selecting the right destination, facility and physician to seek a treatment from abroad. Additionally, there are dedicated chapters on appropriate arrangements for pre- and post-operative care, travel and tourism preparations, budgeting for medical tourism and understanding of cultural, legal and ethical issues abroad.
Wow, I never knew medical tourism requires so much planning. You mentioned that one of the preparation steps was selecting a healthcare destination. I would assume this is a very important factor when planning for medical tourism. Since there are so many countries in this world to choose from, how would I make an appropriate decision as to where I can seek medical care from?
I am glad you asked that question, Susan. This brings me to the fourth part of the guidebook. Part 4 documents 50 of the top medical tourism destinations around the world. According to Dr. Prem, picking the right healthcare destination is an essential factor that determines the success of your medical journey. The top medical destinations presented in the guidebook include all the necessary information any tourist would need prior to making their decision.
Thank you for sharing all this information with me, Mark. The whole concept of medical tourism seems so interesting. I do believe this guidebook can help consumers minimize the risk of traveling abroad and learn some of the handy tips before they travel. Great talking to you.
Always a pleasure, Susan. And remember, meticulous planning and preparation is the most important aspect of medical tourism.